Hello, everybody. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Let's continue where we have left off. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key. I mean, we can just straight up present that, couldn't we? Where's my other...
Deduction.
Lady Elements, I'm afraid to say that this meter clearly does show signs of having been tampered with. What? Get away! I've been over and over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it. In that case, what do you have to say about this small hole that's been made at the base of the coin box? Hole? What? You're right. You're quite right. There's a little hole there. The meters aren't supposed to have that. None of them do. In other words, we can assume that Mr. SHAMSPEAR secretly opened up this hole himself. Yes, I wouldn't be surprised at all, but why? Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny. You couldn't get a farthing through that. Lady Altamont, I wonder if you could give the court some more details about your meter design. What sort of details? Well, what I'd specifically like to know is how it's dismantled. How can the meter be dismantled? Dismantled? Yes, given that there are no signs of it having been forced, I'm wondering if perhaps rather than being broken open, it might have been taken apart. Well, yes, it does make some sense. The padlocks are made by first-class locksmiths from the finest quality steel. The meter box itself is made from plate steel as well, welded shut to ensure it can't be opened again. I can assure you it's quite impossible to dismantle it. Woohoo! Yeah, nothing leaks from an ultimate meter. No coins, no gas, no nothing. I see. The witness will amend her formal testimony without information in the case. In this case, it is pertinent. As you wish, my lord. All joints on the meter are welded shut, and the locks is made of solid steel. There's no way to dismantle it.
Hold it!
Has anyone ever tried? Oh yeah, they've tried, but they've all given up before long. After all, if they actually broke the meter, the company would have to take legal actions. Yes, that makes sense. What do you think, Mr. Naruto? Isn't welded steel construction significant? Or perhaps there's some other aspect of the meter's construction that we should be focusing on? Yes, you may be right. Perhaps I should try a different tax here. Like asking about how the meter differentiates coins, for example. How does the meter tell the difference between coins? What do you mean? Well, for example, if someone were to put in a 1 penny coin, that wouldn't work presumably, would it? No, of course not. Well, how does the meter know that the coin it's been fed is the threepenny coin? I see what you're getting at now. The meter tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness. A threepenny bit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you see? Other coins just won't fit. I see, it's clearly been very well thought out. Oh, what if that mold in the soap was actually in the coin-shaped mold, and he's been making coins and putting them through? The witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case it will blow up. As you wish, my lord. The meter is designed for coins the exact diameter and thickness of threepenny bin. Nothing else will fit. Somehow he's using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. Do I have anything that can help with that? Can I re-examine this? Yes, I can. Oh, look at this bar of soap. There's a circular depression on this side about 2 centimeters across. Oh, 3/4 of it. Do you think we did find this soap at the scene, didn't we? Yes, there were 2 bars on that little edge just outside the window, so we took this one. But I'm sure that's where we first found it. There was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle there. I remember it clearly. Yes, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone? Ooh, there we go. Alright, so whatever he's using dissolves after not being in the soap anymore? This is very strange. Let me see. Present. And present. Let me just confirm something here. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, the meter would accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating in SHAMSPEAR'S room, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly. Something the size of a threepenny bit? What was it? The item in question is this. What? Have you been inhaling gas? That's a bar of soap! It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say. It looks like I'm going to have to point out exactly what I mean here. What's so important about the bar of soap is this part here. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Got it! You have to turn over the soap to see what I mean. Are you referring to that round depression in the middle of the soap there? That's right, a depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or, in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit. Get it away! Does anyone here have in the possession a threepenny bit? Quickly now, hand over your coin, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it? Thanks to a kind member of the public in gallery, I have here a threepenny bit. Now to see if it fits. My word, I couldn't have been more snug. Yes, as I would suspect. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Ultimate Gas Company is being defrauded. But I don't believe it. So, your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar of soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas? Yes, I love how we've completely derailed this trial. The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit. I must concur, at least, that pushing a coin with some force into a poor quality bar of soap, such as this, is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin's shape. And then you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. But that could make you could make fake coins in no time. This brings all the pieces of the puzzles together. It only brings pieces of the puzzle for this case. We're totally missing some other thing. It's the method Mr. SHAMSPEAR has been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link. And now, if I follow the chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation to what happened that nobody's considered yet. But this is all nonsense. If that man had been making fake coins, my worker here would have found them when he emptied the meter. Quite true, Lady Alamont, in the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear. Well, he just melted them, didn't he? I see, that's what we're dealing with, is it? There's one form of black magic that could cause this fake coin to disappear into thin air, yes. Exactly, and the meter here gives it away. What on earth? The remnants of the magical method used invisible on the gas meter taken from the victim's room. If that is your assertion, counsel, the defense will identify the remnants for the records at once. Where on the meter can the remnants of the method used to make fake coins disappear be seen? Where on the meter can the remnants of the method used to make fake coins disappear be seen? I mean, it has to be this, right?
Got it!
We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window. Outside? Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Meter Man, were loitering in the freezing winter rain. That's where we found this soap. Ah, I get it! That's right. The answer, of course, is ice. Did you say ice? Mr. Shamspear has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening filled with water. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning. Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, giving him light and warmth in spades. As his room becomes very comfortable warm, the ice now inside the meter's coin box melts. Oh, that's why there was like water drippings underneath his gas meter. Turning back into water and draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meter. That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing ultimate gas. Just like that, so simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us all with some bars of soap and water. That's right, madam. I don't believe it. It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop the new meter? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless? I'm fairly sure I didn't design it. Evidence! Sorry? I want evidence. If you're going to stand there and tell me our meters are rubbish, I want to see proof. He's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't he? Very well, Lady Altamont. If you'd like evidence, I'll provide it. What? Mr. Naruto, are you saying you actually have evidence to support this theory? I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at a time. And I have a feeling that this theory you've come up with now could explain it. This piece of evidence that substantiates the theory about how Mr. Shamspear has been stealing gas is... It has to be this, right? Examine. Yep, there it is. There's clearly water right there. Water stains.
Take that!
This is a photograph of the scene at the point where the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. And it clearly shows the remnants of the crime carried out by Mr. Shamspear. What remnants? Here you can see the gas meter on the wall in Shamspear's room. Now look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter. What is that? Some kind of grubby stain? Almost certainly it's a water stain resulting from the liquid that drained out the hole made in the meter. If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage, and the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours, then we can imagine who have used around 10 of his fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coins would have been dripping out almost constantly, leaving a stain on the floor. This is awful. And there's further evidence too. Mr. Shamspear is slumped over his table, apparently having consumed sтерicide. And right there next to him is a bar of soap, broken in half. You're right. It would appear to me then, Counsel, that the man was eating the soap, was he? Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but certainly not. He didn't beat about the bush there, didn't he? In truth, Mr. Shamspear was found with a fork in his hand. A meal of soap is sound. Did you mean to say he was using that fork too? Yes. To extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap. Huh. But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Good gracious.
Lord Van Zeeks. I was throwing my hands up in despair. And perhaps to catch my hallowed bottle on the way. Pray forgive my halodroit's mistake.
What is the meaning of this, Counsel?
Allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly did you establish with your most recent cross-examination? Well... that Mr. William Shakespeare is a liar and a thief. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable. That's it. That's exactly it. Very well, let us assume the man is a liar. Now allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make? Well, we know that suicide can be discounted for. Scotland Yard investigation revealed that no sign of another vessel that contained poison. And on the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gas man's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. Furthermore, the only possible way the poison could have entered the victim's body was via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Even if William Shakespeare is the liar you claim him to be, the facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it. Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for an immediate abjuration. You... What?
Order! Well, counsel, how does the defense respond?
Mr. Naohuda. What was the point of this last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere? Or did it make no difference at all, like Lord Van Zeeks is saying? No, this isn't over yet. The defense will not rest. What?
But counsel, you've successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shakespeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss?
Lord Van Zeeks has just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what he would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all.
What are you saying, my Nipponese friend?
At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption, made due to lack of evidence. But the situation has changed now, following the cross-examination of the latest witness to take the stand. Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense? Yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and considered it as a whole, it's clear. There's a question that we now need to reconsider, namely... let me see. Was the poison in the tea? Was there another visitor? I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to save here just in case. Because I don't quite have a firm understanding to choose which one of those exactly is the proper one to choose from. Let's see. Was the poison in his tea? Let's see. Was there another visitor? What if the victim did in fact have another visitor beside Mr. Natsume? If that's your assertion, by all means, tell us who it was. Yes, well,
who was it? This mysterious third-party, counsel?
I think it's a little too soon to be naming names, my lord. Okay, well, that wasn't the right one. So let's see if we can skip all the dialogue that loops back to it and just load a save. Save us a bit of time. There we go. See how fast that was? Maybe someone else? No, maybe was the poison in the tea. How about that? We've all been led to believe that the styrotin poison that afflicted Mr. Shakespeare was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume. But that's conjecture at best.
The victim has testified that had nothing else passed his lips that night, there's no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison. Wait, couldn't it have? There's a tea stain on the cup. It definitely could have been tested.
Objection!
As I said, the situation has changed, because in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene, and a particular piece of evidence proves it.
Objection!
A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigate the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed? The defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel, present your proof. What evidence from the scene of the crime tells us about the nature of the defendant's tea? Oops, wrong button.
Take that!
What exactly is this piece of evidence supposed to reveal about Mr. Natsume's tea, counsel? Well, I suspect it may possibly be related to the tea in some ways if we dig deep enough. Then you will be digging for a very long time, my learned friend. Oh. Wait, I got that wrong? Darn, I didn't save. I was so confident in that. No! What do you mean that the proof isn't in that tea stain? Alright, let's save here because I don't want to lose anymore. I don't know how long this trial is going to be, and I don't want to be relying on a single point. Alrighty then. Let me see. What can show me? I mean, is it because okay, I already did examine it. Maybe the photo. There's a teacup there. Oh wait, did he use the tea to make this? Didn't he? Oh, that means the tea is on the floor. Alright, well, let's see. I will try presenting the bar of soap.
Take that!
The soap again? The same bar the victim used to fashion his coins of ice? Yes, that's right, my lord. It just come back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday. That's right, because it was like red. It's more bars of soap. Soap. What are your bars of soap doing lined up on the edge outside the window? I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar. So you discover the gas thief's coin factory fascinating. In a way, yes, but there's more. The coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice. There was something strange about them, you mean? Exactly, something very obviously strange. They were red. The ice was red. No, you mean... That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea. What? I would remind the court of the statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in this trial. The evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. SHAMSPEAR'S room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again, never. Yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains on the east end are prone to freezing. So on the night in question, Mr. SHAMSPEAR, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins. My word! There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene. That's right, we only borrowed one of them. Which means that even as we speak,
Some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime, frozen solid in a bar of soap outside Mr. SHAMSPEAR'S window.
Extraordinary!
Earlier today, Inspector Grex informed the courts that even if one drop of the tea remains, Scotland Yard will be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been more conjecture. By finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Naisumi's tea actually contained Styrishine poison at all.
Ah, you smug Nipponese!
My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should dispatch to recover the remaining bar of soap at the scene at once. The defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it to determine whether or not it contains any poison.
Bailiff! Bailiff! Instruct the police to attend to the scene at once.
Yes, my lord, understood.
It would seem we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being. I trust you have no objection, Lord Van Zees.
None, my lord.
Scotland Yard will recover the tea from the scene and carry out our requisite test immediately. The trial will resume at the same hour tomorrow.
Ooh, tomorrow? Tomorrow? This is the first time we've ever had a case that lasts more than the same day.
The prosecution and the defense may conduct further investigation as appropriate in the interim.
Oh, we're investigating again. The return of multi-day trials. Yes, my lord. Well, we managed to scrape through there somehow.
Thank you, counsel. Court is adjourned until tomorrow.
Alright, that is a good place to end it there. So, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye.